Hi guys, so this is going to be a short video. I have to record this now, but I am sick, so sorry if I keep grabbing tissues. I have allergies. I'm going to be talking about how I visualize sensing and intuition. I've had this idea, visualization of it in my mind for a while. So I kind of try to draw it. And I'm not going to make a distinction here between introverted and extroverted sensing because in my opinion, at least what I've observed, someone who, for example, has very strong extroverted sensing, I think for them, they don't prefer it, but they are way more comfortable with the other side of the sensing spectrum. So someone who has dominant extroverted sensing will still be way more comfortable with introverted sensing than with introverted intuition. So they have this very good observational skills of their direct environment, right? They're good at just storing information about real life things, and then they know all these details about especially their life. So for example, the town they grew up in, or their friends, or their job, and they just know it so well. But they also, when it comes to other things that aren't really inside, that aren't really what they're used to, it's more difficult to understand for them, and they prefer to stick to what they know, which makes a lot of sense, right? Because they just observe so extensively, they're so detail focused when it comes to the real world that they only have space, I guess, in their brain for their world, this circle, and they have this limited but very detailed knowledge. Whereas intuitives seem to have kind of a really different, I guess, strategy to life, where they don't really have this deep observation skills, but they are better at grasping and understanding things that can just about be anything. So they're not stuck in a circle, which what I drew with the sensors. And of course their circle isn't limited. They can make it bigger, but I think it kind of goes slowly, and then it grows over your life. But intuitives, I think it's easier for them to grasp everything, every possible concept, but on a more surface level. So in terms of the sensory world, they reach very far with their understanding, and they're better at thinking out of the box and grasping things that maybe are very different from what they've known. So they reach far but not deep. And then the sensors reach deep but not far, if you know what I mean. I illustrated it with the sensor having their own circle, and everything outside it is a bit confusing to them. And then the intuitive being able to grasp basically everything, but the lines are blurred, so the details aren't really clear to them. Yeah, I guess it's maybe a bit like a magnifying glass, so the sensor has this magnifying glass very close to their circle, and then everything is clear in that circle. And then for the intuitive, it's all zoomed out, so they can see everything, but none of it is clear. So I want to add a little bit more of an elaborate explanation, which is because I think I forgot, because it's difficult to explain. But so intuitives kind of experience the world in a way where in terms of the sensory world, we experience things, but we don't observe things in as much detail as sensors. Shut up, computer. In as much detail as sensors do. They mostly know a lot about the things that they have surrounded them with in their lives, and they know it very deeply, and they can extract their circle and make it bigger. But it kind of goes slowly because they process things so deeply that it's not easy for them to expand that circle. And then I think for intuitives, it's easier for us to grasp any concept basically. And then in terms of the sensory world, our reach is limited. And that's how why you see with intuitives that they seem way less grounded, as if they're not truly, as if sensors are more truly part of the world where they are now, and they're just, you know, part of that world. But yeah, so those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think about this, if I forgot something or whatever. Bye. Sorry, my phone is connected to the computer, and I'm going to be talking about